Actually, my adventure with body language started when I was a small child. When I was 3 years old and I started learning the language, I realized that people are telling many things that they don't mean telling, like good morning. Yeah? Many people. My parents told me that I should say good morning. But what if I didn't have a good morning? Should I still say good morning or not? And it was the first dilemma that I have. And there were many people that were showing with the faces something different that they were telling. They were telling that everything is fine, but it wasn't fine. I was born in Poland, so actually it was even the opposite. Like in the USA, when somebody asks you, how are you, you should say, oh, it's excellent, it's wonderful. In Poland, when somebody asks you, how are you, you should say, it's not so good, you know? So they are used to complaining, so you don't show your real emotions. And I start watching body language of people and could notice different meanings, different stories behind their body language. And I had an aunt. My aunt, she was the most authentic person in my childhood. The only problem with her was that she had also schizophrenia, so for outside people it was also difficult to deal with her. For me it was perfect because she was very authentic and she was always showing what she meant to show. And I remember once I went to sing on the street, and I was a cute small girl, so everybody loved my singing. But when my aunt also joined me and she sang the same song, there was a strange reaction on the street. So there was a moment when I realized that it's also about the authenticity, and it's also about the timing and how you interact with other people. So my aunt, she was authentic, but she didn't interact well with other people because she didn't have this understanding of the interaction. And a better example of authenticity when I started searching for that was Dalai Lama. Because Dalai Lama, actually, he's a really great presenter because he's always authentic. When he means something, he just shows it with his body language and with his words. But at the same time, it's easy to connect with him because he's open, he's friendly, you can trust him, he's confident. And this is what I was also searching. That's why I started to ask questions about what is the difference between body language and verbal communication, and how you show with your body language who you are. For example, if you come to the office of a lawyer, you know, so you will see that this is the confident man. He will sit, he will have a very organized place, and the way he's looking at you, you will know that he is something important, that he has this knowledge. I studied law, so when I was coming to my law classes, I could perform like a lawyer with my body language. But I was also studying psychology. When I was going to my psychology department, every people was kind of rock and punk, and everything was like freestyle. So it was a completely different body language. If I wanted to fit to come to my psychology classes from my law classes, I had to change my body language to fit in the group. And then I started studying also sociology, social anthropology. And it was a special faculty of, you know, philosophers and thinkers. So they were like, did you know that this and that? So they were more into discussions, into their intellect. And I had, again, to switch my body language to fit in the group. So it's wonderful to see that you need to establish a good interaction based on body language and understand the nuances to really become a person who is understood and also trustworthy for the group, and also to become a leader of this group. So you need to fit in with your body language. I observed that sometimes with my presentations, I had a style that I'm also a thinker, you know, kind of I like to have many reflexive thoughts. So I realized watching videos of myself that sometimes I was too much in my head. So what I could notice from my body language, that I was my head forward because I was already thinking about the future, and my body couldn't follow. And it's also important to be in balance. Right now I'm pregnant. It's like 8 months pregnant, yeah, almost 9. So I think it's like maybe 4 or 6 weeks to go. It depends on the baby, you know. And what I noticed that this gives me a special balance. You don't need to be pregnant to feel that if you switch from being in your mind to be more in your body, especially in your belly, that you have more integrated energy when you speak with people. So, for example, now this is the place when I'm receiving signals, yeah, from my baby. When my baby is hungry, I know it because he will show me this, that he's hungry, he's knocking into my belly, he will show it. When he is tired, he will just sleep and he will be so heavy. If he doesn't like the situation, if he doesn't like my business conversation, he will also show me that, come on, you should go, it's so boring, I don't like this man. So this is the baby, and I have it here. And thanks to my baby here, I also started again to have a really great connection with my body and my intuition. And for good presentations, to have this integrity, to be authentic, it's very important to be in connection with yourself, but not in the way that was my aunt who had schizophrenia, because she was actually connected to her emotions, but wasn't connected to the outside world. And on the other hand, if you would be a type of good morning person, saying what is approved by others, you will be maybe in line with what they want to hear from you, but you are not in line with you. So what you need to be in balance. And here, when you come to your hara point, to your belly, it's easier to create this connection than being in your mind. So I will just show you a small exercise, how you can do it. Maybe, I'm not sure if we can do it in this room, but this is a warrior exercise. So it's from yoga. So we can try to do it. So let's stand up. And now, this is a warrior position, so you need to put your hands together like this, and then move your right leg forward. And you go to your right leg and looking up. This will help you to connect with your body and feel integrated. And now the challenge is coming to be in balance with yourself. When you focus on your belly, you move forward with your leg, and your left leg is going upwards. I don't know if you can do it all, but just try it. I'm pregnant, so it's more difficult for me. I can do it, but you can practice at home. So, okay, please sit down. A small exercise, but helping to feel yourself, be with your body, and at the same time feel connected and feel confident. So, thank you.